All right, so let's get back to you. Now, but I'm going to tell you again. Now, this is one of the reasons let me tell you why I told you this whole story about, this. Cause since you don't probably know anybody who can make this happen, and neither do I. So both of us are sitting here with the cure for cancer, and we're helpless as far as helping humanity and eradicating cancer from the planet. What we can do is this, okay? The woman in the car in front of you just got the death sentence from her doctor, and this is a bumper sticker, okay? If you have this on the back window of your car, she, like the woman who wrote to me because I put this movie on YouTube, might have the solution. She might actually go here, do that, and win. That it is possible. It's possible that might happen. What do I know, I mean, I only work here, and anyway, we're closed. So, but maybe she'll just ignore it, But at least we did what we could, because I can't get this on TV. I don't know how to do that, and, as I say, you probably don't either. So why would I tell you this long story, okay? Well, the reason is, this is the safe way to cure your cancer. Now, it doesn't mean you have to get the whole world to cure their cancer, but what it means is this. Let me tell you what it means. Everybody who does this feels good from doing it. In fact, I never introduced myself. I'm Bayard. I cured 2 kinds of herpes, HSV1 and 2, both of which are cancer-causing, by the way. And I didn't know I was going to get cancer, but I sort of suspected it until I read the research, But if I hadn't cured it, I probably would have ended up by now, I'm 63, with, with something, a heart attack. Herpes causes heart attacks too. Okay. That was in 1993 when I abruptly stopped getting herpes outbreaks. But before I cured my herpes, we didn't know you could cure anything. We were doing this to feel good. Remember I told you that psychotherapists go into that profession? I spent my life basically in a low-grade level of suffering. And I was always looking for the answer. And I became very adept at leading, or at least designing, seminars and teaching people how to run their businesses and their personal lives. And I made millions doing this, and I was still suffering. But at least I wasn't suffering sitting in front of a patient, like listening to him not change, okay? That was pretty maddening, I mean, people were getting results, and I'll tell you what, people liked my business seminars better than my personal development seminars, and they spent more money on them. And I made more money with those. And you know what else? I got a lot of pleasure out of helping people run their businesses. It was really fun. And I still love business. I still read, I kept up with it. I don't really do any of that anymore, but at least I just enjoy it, And I love the strength movement. I love all these modern movements in management. They're all wonderful, they really are. Like, we're light years ahead of where we were when I started teaching that, which may have been why my courses were so successful. They didn't have very good audiobooks back then. Anyway, oh boy. So everybody who does this feels good. This is why we were doing this. And I did it every day for months, before I discovered I could cure anything. Then one day, you see, to a shrink, these things are real. The things I was taking out when I was removing the things were real to me, because they're medically treatable, to a shrink. But to the average person, when they take out something that makes them feel better, they don't realize, that was real. They just think it was a bad feeling or something. To most people, their emotions aren't real. They're saying, well, I was just in a bad mood, but it wasn't real, see. But to me, it was hormones and immune system and all that stuff, that I knew to be the reality of somebody's bad feeling, Like clinical depression is as real a disease as cancer, okay? That's as real and medically treatable as a disease as cancer. So, onward. The way you cure your cancer is, first of all, you start right now, and you start listening to Cure shows and do lesson 1 if you haven't already, and you start, you start working these lists and taking the stuff out. And that may not cure your cancer, but it's going to make the context for it. Everything you do, that when you make yourself feel good, if something happens for you, when you do anything here, you know that you took something out that was real, though not necessarily cancer-causing. You have to find the things that are causing the cancer and take those out. That is what's going to cure the cancer. But taking out the other things will... See, the other things are disabling you so that you can't find the things that are causing the cancer. Remember the phenomenon of emergence? Well, maybe the thing that's that's causing your cancer is down here, and curing it means removing all these things so it surfaces, and then boom, you take that out, and that can take hours, days, or weeks. But most of the people who've cured their cancers, like if you take Charles Smith, okay, as an example. Charles Smith, he had the cancer was wrapped around his heart. The doctor gave him 3 months to live. They arranged hospice care for him. And then he cured it. That was what he needed to cure it. He needed to go terminal. He needed to have no other options. He needed the last drug to fail. And he had the support of his doctor. He had a really good doctor. His doctor, he was saying to his doctor, well, do you think I should do this? The doctor said, anything that has the remotest possibility of curing this, you should do, because otherwise you're going to die, because this is it, baby. I'm out of options here. So, you left me back at the dock. You are now sailing across the, the wide blue ocean. So, yeah, I think you should do it. His doctor was very supportive. And a good doctor, And Charles is the guy who donated our CD. It's funny, isn't it? God must have wanted us to have a CD, because I was never going to do a CD. And then, Franny started telling me, we got to have a CD. We got to have a CD. And I said, oh, God, it's just too much work. I just don't want to focus on that, And she said, well, we should have a CD. We should have a CD. Well, Franny had no idea that Charles owned a CD company. But like 2 weeks after Franny got her bee in her bonnet, see, Franny's a manifester. That's what I'll say about her. Did you ever read the book The Secret? Well, Franny is the secret. I mean, she's a manifester. And like 2 weeks later, out of the clear blue, this guy says, I own a CD company and I want to donate a CD. So I said, okay, fine. God wants me to do this. See, I got the job, I'm the volunteer, because I cured my herpes, so now I'm the volunteer, for whatever has to be done that nobody else can do, and I was the only person who ever could have mastered a CD, so I did it. Because God sends the work down the chute, and I just line it up on the table and I do it. That's what I do. That's my life now, But hey, I'm having fun, It's good. I mean, I needed something to keep myself occupied, so I'm ending disease on the planet. What could be bad,